Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today in the review room, luckily we're taking a look at Serpent Hunter. This is a Predator figure from NECA. Now, I say luckily because this guy was just dropped off just a few minutes ago. Right on time, too, because I wanted to take a look at this entire wave. If you look, there are 3 figures. We just looked at Youngblood. We're taking a look at him next. And then Serpent Hunter. We were going to take a look at him first. However, if you notice, he doesn't have a hand. That's right. He came with a missing hand. And I just got done reviewing this guy, and I noticed he's missing his sheath right here. If you look at that peg there, I thought maybe it fell out. Maybe I was being a little rough with it during the review. But I went and double checked the pictures I took of it still in box, and it's missing that. And you could tell because there's no glue or nothing. There's nothing in there. It's it's perfect. So anyway, before I wanted to review him and I needed a hand, so I figure, you know what? Oh, geez, there's something else broke on him. I bet you any money. I figure, you know what? We're gonna buy him. I just opened him up to make sure everything was still there. But I figure I'll buy him because he comes with an extra pair of hands, and then I could give his extra hand to the Red Cape King, the Elder Predator. And then we'll be good to go. It won't be his extended hand, but the good thing with AVP Predators, they all have interchangeable hands and some certain parts, so that's a huge bonus. I think that's really awesome. I don't know how I'm going to get a hold of the sheath. I realized that because I found his knife. He comes with a sword. They all come with a sword, I think. I found the sword still in the pack. Like if you open them up, this guy got the best package right there. Look at that. Aliens vs. Predator. I like that the best. You open him up, he's got a cool card. Now, this guy comes with a cool frickin' mask. He's got his plasma cannon right here, his shoulder cannon. It's got a darker paint job on it. I like that. And then he's got the 2 hands. Oh, man, I probably made a shit ton of noise right there with the microphone. Anyway, look. Pop. There we go. And it's the same coloring job as his other hand. Actually, I think it is just like his other hand. It's identical to his other hand. So that's perfect. So now he's good. I want his original hand though, because it's a cool spread out fingers. But like I said, maybe I'll pull a hand from a different Predator. But now I feel good that he's intact and we can review him next. He won't be complete for the review. I'll have to mention that he has a spare hand. Alright, here he is out of the box. And he looks pretty friggin' cool. He is definitely cool. He has a really cool mask. Look at that mask. You know, I saw him in stores. I took my daughter shopping one day and I totally blew right past him. I just glanced down at him and I ignored him. And this is when I was thinking, you know what, I don't even like AVP that much. I think they could have done a way better job. So I just ignored the figures, the collectibles. But I always loved the Predator design. I always wanted, you know, statues of the original Predator, and I never gave these a chance with the different masks. And I have to say, I'm an idiot because these masks are cool. I like this one, especially this alien mask. My daughter even likes this. She really loves the alien designs from the Alien movies. She doesn't watch the movies, but she sees the alien designs and she likes them a lot. And I agree, they look cool, super cool. Real close look at his head. There we go. Let's use this angle. I like this angle better. I like that. He looks friggin' cool. So this is the first time I'm seeing this figure. I just want to take a look around his mask a little bit. His mask does look cool though. I like it. It looks a little crooked. Maybe it's just my eyes, but or maybe it's the angle I'm looking at him. And these things are annoying, but when I get these all set up, hopefully I'll get a diorama set up too. I'm gluing these in. I'm not messing around with those. I want these to be set up looking cool, so I'll just glue those in. Anyway, he has some cool dreads. What's the back look like? And he's got a nice black ring around his neck. They each have this little rubber ring going around the neck, and he's got a black one. As a matter of fact, I like the black they have on his like the leather parts, the skirt here. Look down here, like see how it's black and red? I like that. You get little hints of red, like the trim is red. That's pretty cool. On his back you have the 2 spots for his shoulder cannon. What's this up here? You got some type of design up here. What is that? I can't even tell what that is. I don't know, but you got a cool design on his shoulders. See that black right there? That black right in there? I like that. That is cool. It gives him a look at that chin. That is a really cool design. That is a really cool Predator mask. I love the mix there with the alien mask as a Predator mask, the alien head as a Predator mask. That's so freaking cool. Anyway, he's got a little necklace of skulls here, and then further down you have a different style. This is different than some of the Predators I've been looking at recently from the AVP line. You have this, oh, it's laid over, it's like a thigh shield, but it's laid over a leather, we'll call it a skirt. And then he has a lot of the similar stuff connected, but it's colored different. This on the other ones is gray. Matter of fact, slide him over. See it right there, that circular thing? It's the same indents and everything, but that's gray and that's black. I like that little bit of color, and they're reusing the stuff, but it's fine because the color and overall design on this guy, he's got these little skulls right here on his hip, and they match the little skull up here. It reminds me of bullets and stuff, but those are bones and teeth, I would imagine, or skulls. That's actually pretty cool. Little cat head, it looks like. Doesn't that look like a cat's skull? Anyway, look at the shield, the chest plate and stuff. That is cool. That's definitely cool. That's different than what I've seen recently because it looks like they put something else added on there. Instead of just being this part, they have like leather straps going down. Maybe a different type of weapon is theoretically supposed to strap in there. What's up in there? Looks like he has a little lip on his chest plate armor. It's small though, but it's still neat. Still a neat little detail hidden up there. Anyway, let's see. We have another cat skull here, and this looks like it's loose, but it doesn't wiggle. It's glued up here. It would appear so. And then we have his forearm. Ah, these are extendable. These don't just come in and out. I like that. We have extendable blades here. That is cool. These are not the ones that just fall in and out and they only go one size. These on both arms come pre-packaged and they extend in and out. That is cool. As far as his legs, what do we got? Just leather straps around his thighs and the same type of articulation. We'll get into that in a minute. And then he has a different style around his shins and his feet, and then we got the what looks similar but a little bit different from Scarface. Same type of claws, but the design is different. I like that. So he is definitely a cool Predator. I like the wrist blades, how they stay in there. This is a sword with a little bone at the end. I think all of them get this. And all of them are supposed to get this except for Youngblood in case they don't package it. That's the only time you don't get it. And that's what happened with my Youngblood, just saying. Anyway, so let's put these in there. I keep knocking into his claws. And then he comes with a hand to hold this. He comes packaged with 2 fist hands. I'm going to make a dio to display all of these. I don't need them displayed with the I don't need them displayed with those. So here's his hand that looks like it holds a pole. Yeah, these are what most of the hands look like. If I don't go in close on the hands, they all look the same pretty much. It just depends on what mold they're using for the hands, like open up, making a fist, holding the poles. Now these come packaged like that, but when you get them out, you want to be careful. Spin this around and face the other direction, and they all have the same mechanics, the same articulation. I think they're all the same, maybe a little bit different, but they all move the same. They slide on this rail, and this pops on and off. So if you pop it off, it's no big deal. See, pops off there. You just pop it back on, and then you're good to go still. See what I mean? There. And then you see that little plug? Get the top of his shoulder. This little plug meets the mid of his back or so. I'll just show you right here. Plug the top in. Alright, so he clips on and he looks badass. That's not on there all the way, I already know it. He looks cool. And then these will go in the little holes right there. Can you see that? Right there. Anyway, here's an up close look at the design. I like the weathering. Yeah, I like the coloring. I like the sculpt. They do a great job with these blasters, these shoulder blasters. Be careful with this. If anything happens with this, just warm it up with a hairdryer and you're good to go. Anyway, let's try to move his head around. It doesn't really tilt much. It doesn't look down at all. A little bit, little tiny bit. It looks up. I don't know. That's all you're gonna get. And then side to side, it does that pretty good. Oh wow, his shoulder articulation's real good on that one. Better than most I've tried so far. And this one only goes up, and it's real tight. You might have to work that in there, but it goes up about that much. You got ab crunch, and he leans back a good amount. He doesn't have any straps hindering that movement. A swivel by the bicep, both of them, and then double hinge at the joint, at the elbow joint, and then you have, see, these are on these little pegs, so you can, these little balls, so you can switch out the fists easily. Because of that, you don't get a gear hinge in the wrist. I think that's one downside. I think it's a plus when you want to switch these out. But like with the Hot Toys and with other figures, where a good hinge at the wrist will give you a really cool bend, and then the blades are up, so it looks really badass. But you can't do that type of articulation with that ball there. For these type of figures, I would honestly take the switchable body parts. You know what I mean, the switchable hands, the transferable hands. Okay, so he got some twist there. He got some twist on his upper body, and he's got double, let me take that out before I snap that right in half. He's got double joint at his knee, and then his feet, let's see, we get a little up and down, a little rocker side to side, and then we get some turning action. Alright, I would take it easy on the feet, because for some really cool dynamic poses, you're going to want some as sturdy as you can. You don't want it too rough, but you want it to hold it into place. And if you're going to go wild with the leg articulation, oh, what's that? This little strap fell down. If you're going to go wild with the leg articulation, you're going to wear those out pretty good. You don't want to do that. So it looks like these are not glued, actually. It looks like they are just up here, and it's the friction that keeps them. You push them up until they get real tight, and you leave them there. And it looks like that. I'll have to play around with that, but that's fine. That's pretty cool. Alright, if you want to see the handle, I'll show you this handle, because that's pretty cool. It looks like it has a little eye skull sculpted into the handle. But maybe that's just my mind playing tricks on me. It looks like there's just red jewels all the way around it, but that did look like a skull for a minute there. And then you got the bone or tooth on the tip, and all the blades for all the AVP Predators. It looks like most of them anyway come with that blade, different handles, different coloring. They're all the same essentially. They're just the coloring's different. And then if you want an up close look at that, there you go. And I'll be damned. that is what that is. Look at this blade. I never knew that before. You guys are going to call me an idiot, but I told you I'm new to these NECA Predators. But I'm new to Predator figures in general, but this is a closed up one on his hip. So if that's the case, why would he come with this and not a black one, since his, where is it at? His is black right here on his hip. How much cooler would that be if this was black? I'm just saying it's not needed, because look, I just realized that those on his hips were you know, actual weapons that they came with, just closed up. I thought they were just for show, you know what I mean? Just for look, just to make them look filled out with stuff on them. Anyway, this guy is probably one of the coolest Predators I have opened up so far. I've only opened up, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, I've only opened up 5, but he's definitely 6 if you count the City Hunter, but I didn't review him, and the City Hunter's a classic. But as far as the newer heads, I love this. I love this. Definitely a high recommend if you're a Predator fan and you love the creature design and you want to get a couple to display, or if you're younger and you want to get a couple to play with, go ahead. This has some good articulation for kids who want to play with it and adults who want to set it on a shelf and just put it on display. Maybe switch its poses once in a while. Another high recommend. I will say I'm having problems, it seems like, with quality control. Nothing so serious yet that I want to stop supporting NECA, you know? But I tell you what, there's some annoying issues. But there's so many pros, it's hard, you know what I mean? It's hard. Am I going to complain about missing accessories when most of the other figures that are on the pegs don't even come with nowhere near half these accessories? It's a toss-up. Anyway, this guy is friggin' cool. Youngblood is friggin' cool. And since we're already set up, I'm going to take a look at the Elder Predator. I'll try to be quick. We'll put that video behind this one, so keep an eye out for that. Coming in a little bit, I'm going to get going to do that. Leave your thoughts and opinions about these Predators down in that comment box. Thanks for coming by the review room, and don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Subscribe now.